Hello, everyone. My name is Dr. Dean Luethi. I'm the Director of Choral Activities at Washington State University and the Chair for the NAFME Council for Choral Education. As part of our ongoing effort to establish relationships between our council members and their constituents, we've created this series of Fireside Chats. Today I'm here with the Eastern Division representative on the council, Stefanie Weigand. Stefanie has served as both president and membership chair of the Vermont ACDA and is the youth repertoire and resources chair for ACDA's Eastern Division. She enjoys working as a presenter, clinician, and guest conductor across the region and is currently the choral director at Harwood Union Middle and High School in central Vermont, where she teaches middle school and high school chorus, acting, and conducts 2 honors ensembles. She was the 2014 recipient of the Vermont Music Educators Association Outstanding New Music Educator Award. Welcome, Stefanie. How are you today?
Hi, Dean. I'm doing well. Thank you.
Great. So let's start by telling your constituents a little bit about your school situation. So what you're teaching and what's the format. It's all different depending on who you are.
Sure. It's different sometimes depending on what week it is, right?
Yeah.
We right now are in a 2-1-2 model, meaning that we are seeing 2 different cohorts of students. So I see half of my students on Monday and Tuesday, and I see the other half of my students on Thursday and Friday. And then we are all remote on Wednesday, where I have synchronous remote classes with my students. I teach right now. I have a 7th grade choir, an 8th grade choir, and high school choir. And then I'm teaching, those are my daytime courses. And then I'm also teaching my co-curricular honors choir. And we're meeting just remotely right now, once a week, Zooming it for the moment.
Yeah, we do it. Yeah, that's exactly right. We do what we can. It's just difficult that way. So part of the purpose of these videos is to give your region's constituents an opportunity to meet you and learn about some of your experiences. So could you tell us a bit about your background, where you grew up, how you became involved in choir, and how you came to a career in choral education?
Sure. I'm from Long Island originally, and I come from a very musical family. I have an older sister, and my parents are very musical. And my sister is a professor at Crane right now, and I always wanted to be doing whatever my sister was doing, so I started playing piano very early, and stealing her music whenever I could, and trying to play whatever she was playing. This is a very great role model, and I started viola when I was in elementary school. And we moved to Vermont when I was in middle school, where I started playing saxophone and singing, kind of more formally, and joined chorus, and was involved in whatever I could get my hands on, really. It was kind of, I was the person who that's what I did. And then I did all the music I could do when I was at school, and then I came home and I did all the music I could do when I was at home. And my hobby was music, and everything that I did was music. Couldn't really drag me away from it. I loved it so much and still do. So that's my that's how I got into it. And it was just in my home, and it was part of my family and traditions and just part of my life growing up. So it was just kind of everything that we did, and in my blood and my bones growing up. So I went to college for musical theater performance. Actually, I went to Ithaca College, and off to New York and touring and acting and doing all that fun stuff, and really got involved in music directing as a pianist and someone who really enjoyed music directing and playing, and coaching and teaching about the voice. I loved to work on shows that had a really rich, dense choral component, and realized that that's something that I just loved so much. And it drew me back to when I was in school and how much I loved choral singing and ensemble singing. And I worked a lot when I was in Vermont in high school. I worked a lot with Robert de Cormier, who was, I sang with him with the Vermont Symphony Orchestra chorus when I was in high school and my summers back from college. And he was an incredible mentor and amazing positive influence. And I just loved it so much. And I was like, oh, I really love this. And I moved from New York City back to Vermont and started a voice studio and became more involved in the choral scene. And I couldn't stay away.
Sure. Well, that's often how it starts, right? We get the bug and we keep cultivating this, and we just decide that we can't keep it to ourselves, you know? That's often how it goes. And so, next question, why do you want to serve your division on the council? What do you hope to achieve?
I really think that one of the most important things right now, especially in general, honestly, but especially right now, is connection and keeping our region feeling connected, and acting as someone who can hear out what we need, be a voice to kind of broadcast needs and concerns of our constituents to the rest of the council, to the executive board when necessary. Just be the megaphone. I normally don't have a problem being the megaphone and speaking out when there tends to be a problem. I don't have an issue with that. I just really want. I feel like I can serve as that person, and I want to hear what's going on with everyone. I want to be someone who can kind of act as that unifying front for folks, and bring us all together, especially right now.
Yeah. So there's so many things that we can address here as a council. But what is one thing that you feel that just in general in choral music education we need to address?
What a loaded question. Grr. I think it's okay. I think we have to be okay as teachers, and I'm talking to all of us now, as teachers and as human beings, and not really addressing students at this particular moment, but us as teachers and as people. I think that we need to be okay with not being okay sometimes. There's a lot on our plates. There's a lot on our plates right now. And I think that we need to be able to sit with that every once in a while and acknowledge it without being consumed by it. And be able to say, wow. and look around and say, there's a lot going on for me right now. Look at everything. And acknowledge it. And understand that we have a really broad community of support. And we have people that we can turn to, people that understand what we're going through, and that we are not alone. And that it's okay to feel overwhelmed, and that there's always a way out, right? And if you're feeling like that is not right now, that I need to take a couple of minutes and be overwhelmed, that's fine. And then we've got to take a breath and reach your hand out to somebody else and let them help you pull you out. But I promise, if you reach your hand out, someone's going to grab it and someone's going to help you out. I guarantee.
I think that's the kind of community that the choral community is. I really do.
I agree. That's why I can't stay away from it. That's why I'm here. That's why I got into it. And yeah, I love it. I love this community.
Yeah. Well, thank you for that. That is well said. Thank you. So I have this philosophy that if we truly know somebody, we found out that we have a lot in common. So I have a number of questions for you in a sort of this or that format. And as will be made clear in my first question to you, I call these toilet paper questions.
Awesome.
So here we go. Toilet paper roll, from the top or from the bottom?
Oh, no, from the top. I'm not a monster.
Hey, we didn't. Wait, I don't know. Coffee or tea?
Oh, coffee. My husband's a coffee roaster. I would get thrown out the house.
There you go. You're obligated. That's right. Yeah. Hamburger or taco?
Ooh.
I throw the hard questions in these interviews.
Oh my god. Ooh, taco.
Okay. Ocean or mountains?
Oh, ocean. That was an easy
Book or movie?
book.
City or countryside?
That's a harder one.
Well, I guess it's both then.
It is. It's sometimes it's wherever I am not.
Yeah, the grass is greener. And
A little bit.
maybe
Yeah.
in the city there's not much, but yeah.
It's kind of that's who I am. I'm like, oh, I really miss the city, and then when I'm there, I'm like, oh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Toast or eggs?
Toast.
Dogs or cats?
Dogs.
Well, you passed the test. You absolutely
I did?
Yeah,
I can
absolutely.
stay?
Yeah, you can stay. Yeah.
You guys didn't know this, but Dean said if I didn't pass this test, I was out.
You were out. That's right. But you passed, so you're fine.
Y'all,
Yeah.
I can stay.
So, well, thanks for joining me today, Stephanie. We're going to close just a little bit here, but is there anything else you'd like to say to, the Eastern Division members of the choral community?
Take heart. That's all. Take heart. And I'm not no toxic positivity for me. I'm being real because it's hard, y'all. There are days when I'm at a 1, so there was snow on the ground when I woke up this morning.
Did that bring you to a 1?
It did. That's not okay. It's not cool. But have hope. That's all.
Great. Well, thanks again, Stephanie. Want to make sure that folks know how they can reach you. Is the best way to do this just via email?
Yes, sure.
Okay, we'll make sure to put your email down below here. So,
Excellent.
great. Stephanie, thank you very much for your time, and I would encourage your constituents in the Eastern Division to reach out to you. For those of you watching, thank you for your time, and please reach out to the NAFME Council for Choral Music Education if there's anything we can do to assist you. Have a wonderful day.